Hi everyone, welcome to our today webinar of how agriculture drone empowers the fertilizer application and soil health for the sustainable agriculture. And let's start the webinar now. First of all, let me introduce myself again. This is Wana from DJI Academy, RC Corner from Dubai. So today we're going for how our agriculture drone can enhance fertilizer application and the soil health for sustainable agriculture or sustainable farming. Because lately we have many challenges in terms of soil health and in terms of fertilizer application. So even recently as we all know, we have African Summit for the soil health and fertilizer event also. So I also participated in that, and then I found out how we can help from the drone industry. So that's the reason we initiate this webinar. Of course, at the end of the webinar, we will share all the material, and also I recorded the webinar as well. So there's for some of your partner who is busy now, and you can share with them also. So if you have any question, you can raise, and we can also discuss. It's like more like a discussion. We can go through together. Here I will just highlight what the drone, how drone can play the role in this sector. So initially, let's focus what causes soil degradation. Because as we all know, the inglution is the wrong practice of applying agricultural input. So if we say agricultural inputs, it's not just fertilizer. It also maybe herbicides. It can be like all the pesticide we are using. I don't mean we don't have to use this. We can use, but it should be in the correct practice. We cannot use the wrong practice. And that can kill the microbe from the soil. Even not applying the chemical or fertilizer, what can also kill the microbes. In the soil, whenever we apply fertilizer or anything, the microbes trying to decompose and make it a nutrient for the plants. So not even chemical application. What other thing can kill the microbes? Because now many people know, after you harvest the rice, example, after you harvest the rice, you can burn the rice in the farm, and that is good for the soil, and it's kind of like fertilizer, the natural fertilizer. But the other side is when you burn when you burn these plants, the grass or anything in your farm. So it is actually that also can kill the microbe in the soil, and also that is also not good for our soil as well. In the long run, there is no microbes, and no one can decompose your fertilizer or whatever you apply. So there is no microbe to decompose, then it also will damage our soil as well. As we see in the picture, we will see the sufficient organic matter and low organic matter. Even when we see the soil color also, we can clearly understand. Okay, so not just the fertilizer, also herbicides, also the pesticide, especially overuse or overdoses. So many people understand, if you applying we need when the time go, we have more pests, we have a new disease, so we need to apply the pesticides, and also because of soil degradation, we need to apply more fertilizer. But remember, we need to apply uniformly. It's not overdose or underdose. For to happen uniform, you need the smart applicator. Maybe you spray. Even if you spray by man, you need to do the spray job by the scale worker that can walk constant speed, and that can maintain the constant spacing from the plant canopy to the spray nozzle. Or even if you apply fertilizer, that person should be able to spread at a constant rate to be uniform result. Okay, so this kind of thing, and also you need to prepare the land. All the things are required. So fundamentally, the wrong practice can kill the microbe from our soil. So as we see now, this is what happening, everywhere. It's not just in Africa. This picture is from the FAO research in Africa. So what happened here? According to FAO now, 33% of our global soil already, seriously damaged. Additionally, they also forget that 90% will be degraded if we keep going the same flow, and every year we increase the fertilizer rate applying to our crops, and that will be seriously damaged. So it's time to protect our soil. It's time to adopt the smart agriculture, sustainable one. So many people also now they started saying to use the organic matter, and for us, instead of I'm saying for organic matter, I know for the farmer, some farmer complain because organic pesticide or things are not working well straight away. Of course, it takes slowly. So people still want to keep going on the usage of chemicals or fertilizer. Yeah, it is not wrong. You can use, but you can go by the precision agriculture method, like applying correctly. So in the past we were using by manual, and then lately people started using by tractor to carbon mold, right? Oluz, Abdul, if you're not using, could you please turn off the mic? Thank you for cooperation. Okay. Maybe. Okay. Thank you. I will open. Okay. When you have a question, you can raise your hand, please. Sorry to disturb. So in the past we used by men. Now many young people, they go to other jobs, so we have the labor shortage, especially skilled labor shortage in our farming. So now to carbon mold header, we use a tractor, and then people started using, some country they use a area application like the plane or helicopter to apply agricultural inputs, fertilizer or spreading seed, or even using pesticides. But nowadays people are using drone. As we all see, maybe in the nearby environment or in our country itself, even near our farm, people start using drone. Why people start using drone and how it can help us? So let's see. So next is what can we do? We have to do everything to protect our soil. So it's not just applying the fertilizer or agricultural inputs. First thing is managing water. Because example, you apply the fertilizer, and if the soil are not well prepared, the fertilizer just on the way, and the rain come is swept away. And also some area they do not have a irrigation channel. Of course, irrigation channel should be developed in our farm, so that to make sure the fertilizer are stay where we are applying. So we need to know how to manage our water, and also managing nutrients like fertilizer or whatever organic matter. We need to manage. We apply, and then if these materials swap away with the water, this is just no use. That means it's just a wasting. Even it can pollute the nearby rivers or the environments. That also the side effect. So we need to be careful with this. And managing agriculture inputs, as I mentioned. So how we can manage? So what about the drone? So if we do mapping, we map out our farm, then we can understand. The drone gives you the information. What kind of information? First is terrain information. So if you know your land need to adjust, like some area maybe high area, some area the low. That means even if you irrigate or if you water, the water will not stay the same level. That means you need to cut and fill your land. And another thing is when you map off, you got the information, the correct acreage, hectare or acres. So this is just centimeter level accuracy. So if you know the exact hectare or the exact acres, when you read the chemical, or when you read the fertilizer, you can apply as per the instruction. Like for example, 1 liter per acres. So that should be 1 liter. Especially like herbicides. If you apply a herbicide, some herbicide, if you use overdoses, it's less long in the soil, and it also can damage our crops too. So by mapping, you will realize what your the terrain information, and you got realize how many acre coverage of your farm. So the drone can help you with the mapping first. So you can also even consider how you can make the irrigation channel to spread out around the farm, like maybe, and where you can make, even if your government doesn't have the dam or other irrigation channel, you can make some water storage tank, should be at a higher place, and you can spread to other areas, right? So this is a way you need to go for water management as well. The second thing is spraying and spreading. So for the spraying, now even the manual or the tractor, or even by plane, as long as people are flying or people are driving the tractor, it cannot be accurate. Why people use now drone is that for the drone you just type the number exactly. Let's say 80 liter or 100 liter per hectare. You just type a number and slide. The drone will do the job. Once finished, 1 hectare, 100 liter is finished. So that's how it can help you. First is mapping, second is spraying and spreading, and the third one is the scouting. Scouting is very important. Now, many people doesn't have familiar with the scouting. But the scouting is basically we are doing by ourselves. Like as a farmer, we will be walking around our farm, and to know the situation is already past come, or we need to apply pesticide, or we need to apply the fertilizer. It's not just by the cleaner, like every 7 days you need to apply this, applying chemical, applying the herbicide, applying the pesticide, fungicides. Of course they have a calendar, but better we go and check, and then we can decide how many which rate we need to use. Usually for the agricultural inputs, they will not tell you exact amount. They will tell you like the range. For example, 800 milli to 1 liters. So if the condition is not serious, you can go with the low doses, things like that. So how we decide the rate? Every time before we spray, we need to do the scouting. So for the drone, when the drone fly up, you got the information. First, is it healthy and unhealthy? The second thing, most important thing for the fertilizer, you can also know your plant condition. Your plant in terms of like an NDVI index number, in terms of OSAVI index number, or GNDVI, or chlorophyll index number. For chlorophyll is to know, as we all see, right, like a chlorophyll map can telling us about the chlorophyll level of our plants. So when we see the higher chlorophyll index, that means the plant are good enough, even you do not need to apply fertilizer. Why? Because we might be thinking, if you apply fertilizer, you got the more yield. This is not correct, because for applying fertilizer, for example, like the paddy, okay, you already have bare fruits all the time, and it's already good enough the height. If you apply more fertilizer unnecessarily, the paddy will go up too high, and it will fall down one after it's bear enough fruits. So it will damage the crop quality too. So we need to know what time we need to apply fertilizer, or what time we don't need to apply fertilizer. Even you apply fertilizer, sometime initially you type the number, it will spread the uniform, like every liter per minute or the kilogram per hectare, will be uniform all the times. But the another thing we can also do is, now like after we map out, we got the information, the different requirement of the fertilizer for different plants, for different region. So we don't need to apply everywhere the same rate. Some area may be more, some area may be less. So this kind of information we can get from the drone now. So you map out, you got the maps, and you make a zonation. You will realize where you can use, you need more fertilizer, where you need less fertilizer, things like that. So once you got this information, sometimes you don't even need to understand. You just type like poor groups and the good groups. Like for example, usually the poor groups you need to apply. You need to apply fertilizer more. For the good groups, you don't need to apply fertilizer the same rate like other area. So that means you should be doing the variable rate application for fertilizer. Can we achieve with the drone? Of course, we already achieved with the drone. So whatever you got that information, you just generate prescription map and just by transport to your agriculture drone. So the information from the mapping drone to agriculture drone is kind of like give the AI, AI knowledge. So the agriculture drone already adjusts the rate, spreading fertilizer at the variable rate. So what we can do? First is we can protect our swine. Second thing is we can also reduce unnecessary cost or expense. This is like saving our money. Of course, saving time, I don't think I need to highlight because the drone nowadays can cover 1 hour, 15 acres, 50. So a lot of saving times. In a day, you can explore like 400 acres. Even in some normal day, you can average, you can expect more than 250 acres. So it's good enough for saving time already. Here I want to highlight is saving money by adjusting the rate or by making sure precise spray or precision application. So whatever chemical fertilizer, also the pesticide, the same thing. You type a number, is exactly is spray exactly or precisely. That's how you can save. So that's how you can save the money for you. Okay, so the last one is data collection. So when you say data collection, as I mentioned, like we can collect the terrain and also the boundary, and also we can collect more about the stripe, the crops here, the leaf. Okay, I will cover more detail. In the next slide, of course. So first, the drone mapping. I say drone can map. So what kind of map? First is a soil map. When we do the soil map, you will see as in the first picture, you see the wet soil and the dry soil. Of course, the dry soil means you need irrigation. You need more irrigation, and also what soil means you have more water there. Of course, we can see by eye. Sometimes if you have more crop, you cannot see by eye also. Or if you have a big farm, you have to walk very far. For drone mapping, you can cover 1 hour, 100 hectare, or in acre, 250 acres. So it's a large coverage. And in a short time, you got the information. And the second thing is a Vigo map. So you see the second picture, the Vigo map. How Vigo map can help us? The Vigo map is usually after you spreading. Okay, let's say you spread the seed. You can also use a drone by spreading seed. After you spread the seed, you map out. You will see the Vigo map. By the Vigo map is telling you how many plants you have got, and which area you need to do the replanting. Maybe sometimes the mouse eat your seed also, then you may need to replant. By Vigo map, you will get the information 1 week earlier, so you can decide to replant or not. And what about in the just before harvest? In the harvesting time, when you map out, you got the Vigo map. The Vigo map can tell you which area you need to harvest first. So you can make a plan. If you have many hectares, like 300 or 200, you don't know where you should start harvesting. So Vigo map can tell you which area you can do the harvest, which area you need to harvest less. It's tell you in the percentage how many area region, so you can decide how many combined harvester I will need to harvest my crop today or tomorrow. So you can plan for the harvesting. That's how Vigo map can help you. And the weed map. The weed map is basically for the herbicide application. If you map out by the weed map, you will understand where the weed located. So what we can do, if your weed map is saying is not a pure weed only, then you can even do by manual picking. Or if you have too many weeds, and you can go check comparison and how the weed condition is. The weed are still small, many, but you can use that means you can use a herbicide as a low doses, or you don't need to use a strong herbicide at the times. If your weed are very strong, you need to think about like herbicide dosage as well. That's how I can suggest you in terms of herbicide application, because herbicide is also can damage our swine if you use overdoses. Of course, that's the reason you need to know the right dosage, the right chemical, and of course the right time and the right applicator is with you now. Okay, drone can type a number, is you can say the right applicator already. There is no error because we are not flying. Okay, for your information, we're not flying. Just map off and slide. The drone is automatic, and one refilling, then it will remember the place where it stopped and come back. You refill and it will go again. Just the spacing, even your farm is like terrains, the drone follow the terrain and apply at the same spacing, that make it uniform. Okay, anyhow, the WeMod can help you make decision for herbicide rate and doses. The last is scouting. As you see the last picture, that we use a Mavic 3 multispectral for the mapping. You see, well, the ones that drone fly, you got realize the different colorings. It's more than the colorings. It is just they are the index number or the NDVIs to tell you which area plants are healthy, which area plants are not healthy enough. You need to apply chemical or you need to apply the fertilizer, and what rate, average, or the poor group or the good groups. This kind of information can give you. For the scouting, every 1 hour you can cover 100 hectares. So you can do every weekly visit if you have one. So to got the information, you should apply fertilizer, you should apply pesticide, or you can wait. So that should be the right way. Apply, got the information you collect, the data collection, you can make decision. It's not just like every week we do this, every week we do this. No, sometimes if you apply too much fertilizer or if you apply too much chemical, our plants are tired and it's not good enough, right? So what I already mentioned, we can for spreading seeds by Vigomov, or applying fertilizer by the WeMod, herbicide by WeMod, by SwiMap, you apply the fertilizer, and by the NEVI mob, you apply the chemicals. So how we can go for the right applicators? For the right applicator means you just type a number, it will be constant rate every time. Whatever the time go, maybe the wind condition or the temperature condition, even the swine condition, some swine too much Mediland, you cannot move for manual, it's difficult, even for tractor it's difficult. Sometimes for the tractor also can damage the crops. We do not have that damaging crops, and for even the airplane or the helicopter, if you apply fertilizer, maybe spread on the road or because it's too big, and also you will need a lot of time. No, for the drone, just take it off, just go do the jobs. So what they can do now in the precision application, they can spread the granule, all the granule, mean fertilizer, the seeds, even sometimes if you have the fish pond, you can use for the fish feeding as well. And next is spraying the liquid, all the liquid, pesticide or foliar, even foliar fertilizer. If you want, you can use like herbicides and the fungicide. The good thing about drone is it's not like it can cover like tractor, coverage is big, can cover like airplane is big, but it will not damage the crop like tractor, will not drift. You know, the droplet side cannot easily drift like the aeroplane. Aeroplane can have to fly very fast, and the drone can fly slow also. And also it goes slowly, and there is a wind pressing down, so it makes sure the penetration of your agriculture input, even for fertilizer, is uniformly. So that is a good practice, and it can do by the drone itself. So the mapping, application, applying the agriculture inputs, and also what about the scouting? From the scouting drone, it can give you the soil analyzer. I already mentioned soil map, right? So you can check the fertilizer requirement of your soil or of your crop, because fertilizer means like foliar fertilizer. Maybe the crops require because our technology, how we do is every plant or every object have reflections, right? This cannot reflect to the sunlight reflection index. The sensor absorb the reflection index, reflection, and also it's map out and give you the full information on your farm. So that's how it works. So every time it's kind of like a reflection is the language the plants talking to us. So that's how we can understand about this SRAM analysis. And the next one is a crop analysis. So you can suggest you the harvesting plan or the maturity level is already mature enough, or you need to wait. This information already I covered in the previous slide, right? So this is how the scouting drone can help you. Because scouting and the mapping is all in one, and the application apply agriculture inputs is just one drone. So yeah, these are the different scenario, right? So what about the next one? So for the data collection, you can do the farm management as you see in the picture. So this is a example for the tea plantation in Kericho, okay, in Kenya. So you see, when you map off, you can use in your tea farm. When you map out, you got this kind of information. So So by this map, you can see some area have more bushes and also not the tea shoot, because the tea shoot and the normal tea leaf reflects differently. So you can see this area will be unproductive tea bushes. So you need to do the prunings. Of course, if you do weekly, some people might be doing pruning. Some people, if you map out, you will understand some area need to do pruning, or there might be something error. Then you can go and check. Okay, this information. You can manage your farm by data collection. So to sum up, what information we can get. So first, for data acquisition is very fast. For 1 hectare, imagine 1 hectare, 1 hour, you can get all the data. And the time saving and the cost saving, you can create that's also our main job. You can create high earning jobs for the young people. This is our main target. We want, as I say in the earlier slide, many young people, they leave the farm, they go to another jobs. We want to bring back to agriculture. So this drone technology, we want to create the high earning jobs for the young people, because we are not coming to fly there or anyone. We just train the local team and local young people, and that's why now we are also trying to reach out more university, and with the government, we want to provide the trainings to the graduate or fresh people, so that they are good to go for the precision agricultural technology. So yeah, this is our main target, and improves the crop yield. If you apply the precisely, it can improve the yield. Of course, I forgot to highlight is this is not achieving now, but if you are professional to the index number, you can also estimate the yield, how many kilograms this year you can harvest. So if you map off just before harvest, usually 1 week before, and you can get that information. And the safer way to spray crops, because now spraying crops is not safe. The chemical, fertilizer can also burn our skin. This is not safe. For the drone, you are far away from the farm. The drone is spraying, so you don't need to go to the farm. So it is very safe, and the safety. And the last is helping fight climate change. How drone have the fight climate change? Yes, by making sure the precision agriculture and by saving water. Because why we are using too much water, 100 liters per 1 acres, since now we can use only 10 liters. So that's how we can save the usage of water from our swines. So yeah, that's how, if you reduce the usage of water, and if you that's mean you save your planet. This is the good way, the visual way to save to have your fight against climate change. And even you don't need too much water, because for spray before you need many water. Now even you don't have much water, you can go with a small amount of water to finish your jobs. So who are the key players in the industry? Of course, for us, DJI is a distribution or manufacturer, and also we share the technology, but we are not based there, we are not working there. We are just empower local company and the investor. Some people, they want to invest, but they don't know. We want them to invest in the agricultural sector and local agronomists, because the drone is not just enough knowing drone. We also want to make sure combination of agronomists and the drone, because this is not just a drone, this is agriculture drone. So the agronomists have like we have a multi-spectral, right? So map of index number, the agronomists know the results, so we can compare the ground truth. Then you got a better result after 1 or 2 seasons pass. When you see that agronomic, when you see once he see the picture, the map, he will know, he can decide. He already know what will happen. So this kind of thing we want to empower us. And the local drone pilots, now we have many drone pilots, right, flying the small drone things, because these people know how to fly, but just need to know how to plant and the agrochemical and the chemical and also crops, pest, disease. We also want to make sure these people learn everything absorbed, that how to support the agriculture industry. And then farm society and communities, as I say, many for the small farmer, the farm society and there's a community, right? So this, if the community have one drone, can provide, can handle 500 hectares for the spray service. So they don't need to worry. It's like no need to buy everyone. There should be like farm community or society can manage this. And also INGO training center. This is also one of our plan is we want to collaborate with INGO training center to give the training to the young people and local farmers. The technology is not just for the educated or big things. One people say, oh, technology, we need a educated or big. No, we want to empower the local farmer who is interested. That it's not like before, 1 month or 2 months. No, just 2 days. We give proper training and they can do the jobs. So you don't need to fire, okay, now I have a drone, I will fire you. No need like this. You can train your farm workers to become, the operator for the drone. So that's our plan. And the Ministry of Agriculture, of course, we need the support from Ministry of Agriculture, Civil Aviation Authority, because these are the regulator for your countries. For the DJI is we can give you the equipment, we can give you technology, but these regulator allow you permit to fly, because in most country they allow the agriculture drone as agricultural machinery. Yeah, the agricultural machinery, not high tech, because even we sell this good price, but if they tax too much because they think that this is a drone for area blah blah, then it will not empower our farmers. So we also need support from this community as well, because we know Ministry of Agriculture usually they really focus to help the farmer, how we can help them. So yeah, this kind of collaboration we need. These are the key players in the industry. And the last, of course, farming company, because many companies for the farming, they need a big header and they want to make sure the precision, they want to control the quality, like at least to achieve the GAP standards. So if you apply fertilizer chemical exact rate as required, then you can make sure the GAP standard, you can help your farmer to cover good quality crops, to talk with the export market. These are the things. So these people are the main key players in the industry. So this is applying fertilizer in Kenya. This is in Kenya. We found out labor intensive, no precision, soil integration. That's we go for some challenging here, and then we could achieve. And this one is in the Tanzania for the paddies. Okay, this is T20P, the small one, but the finishing is quite good enough. Okay, this is in the Tanzania. So you will see the spreading fertilizer is very fast. It's a Mbeya, Tanzania. Yeah. So one day they flying 5 hours and precision in 100%. See exactly one before you reach, it's already stopped. Okay, this is also, this one is location Kericho County in Kenya. Okay, that also fertilizer spreading, but this one is the spreading rate is very high, 470 kilogram per acres. So, but at least they could finish 32 hectare also. So with the manual, it takes too much time. Even with the plane is spread nearby in the river, it have some environmental issue. So now they go with the drone as well. So you see this. So this spreading usually only 2 minutes. One flies 1 minute and then come back. Total only 2 minutes. 2 minutes, one flies, and it carry 40 kilogram. So yeah, these are our case. And for more information, you can also scan our. We are on the Instagram, we are on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We also upload all the education video and also all the news all times. Okay, that's all for today. And would you have any question? Feel free, please. Okay, Demi. Okay, we will note your information, Demi. Okay. Okay, we will contact you back. Of course, like for everyone, you can also share the email if you are new here, and we can share this information, all the information with you. So that's all for today's webinar, and thanks for joining and for your time for our webinar, and see you in the next webinar.